This is a G.I. Joe figure that is definitely one of my childhood favorites, so I'm excited to be opening this today for you in this episode of Vintage Toy Freedom. This is the 1992 Storm Shadow Ninja Force, Storm Shadow version 4. Apparently he's the Ninja Force leader, and he has his real ninja action of the spring action Screaming Whirlwind, and he is going to whirlwind out of this plastic prison that he's been in for 25 years. I mentioned before, I've opened some Ninja Force. I opened Dojo, and some of them are kind of weird. Dojo's kind of weird. The TJ Bang, however you say that. Slice is okay. Nunchuck is okay. But I think the Storm Shadow one is pretty cool because he's got the cool colors. He's simple. He's just got a sickle and a sword. He doesn't have a lot of there's just not a lot of extra things on there. He's got the little ribbons on the side. He's a cool looking figure. And I remember, playing G.I. Joes with one of my friends when I was, I guess, 4th grade or so, 5th grade. And he's like, I want to be this guy. That's the first one that he picked out. Which I don't blame him because it's a cool looking figure. And if, you were like me and you weren't able to acquire the Storm Shadow version 1 because you were too young and you just never got the Storm Shadow version 2 for whatever reason, I think Storm Shadow version 3 is a nice addition. I still think he fits in well with being a Storm Shadow, as opposed to maybe the Snake Eyes from 1991, who's kind of a little bit different. I like him, but he doesn't look like the version 1 and version 2. He doesn't really have that Snake Eyes kind of vibe. So we're gonna open this guy up. He is, the card was pretty warped. It's actually coming apart a little bit there at the bubble, so a perfect candidate to open. And again, this one is definitely, I would say, the most expensive one you're going to find of the Ninja Force line. You can find some of those other guys for, $15, maybe a little bit less. I think Storm Shadow is going to cost you closer to $20 in good shape. But this is obviously not in good shape, so we're going to bust this guy open. He is going to Screaming Whirlwind himself out of here. And so, as I'm opening him, see, you just saw how easy that just popped open. So his mold was also used for the Shadow Ninja, Storm Shadow. He was kind of a blue color, and you could change his colors if you watched my video on the Shadow Ninja that I opened. It's weird how I've never seen an insert so kind of like stuck together and crunchy. There must have been some moisture in there or something. That's kind of weird. So he's got a sword. He's got a sickle. Pretty simple, right? Some of the after this and the when you got into like 92, a lot of the guys had things on the plastic tree, and you would get 8 or 9 or 10 weapons or accessories, and some of those are hard to collect because if you want to complete them, that's not too easy. This was kind of the year where a lot of those guys have quite a few things. But in terms of the Ninja Force, he's just got 2 things, so it's not really that hard. He was also used in the mold for the Tengenzu as part of the Ninja Force, the vehicle driver. He showed up in 2000, some other later lines. So again, it's a cool mold. He's got his whirlwind spring action, so he kind of, his one arm goes down, the other one goes forward, so he's kind of like, hi-ya. He's got the ribbons over here, and that's the thing too, is trying to find some of these Ninja Force that are mint. A lot of times you'll find them where these are clipped, or they're ripped, or they're chewed, or they're just stained or gross or whatever. So to find one that's very pure white like that, you're gonna have to bust one open. So I would encourage you to open one up. You have a mint complete Storm Shadow version 3 right there. Cool looking guy, cool mold, and we thank you for watching. So remember, train hard and fight easy.